What is a woman? The fact that we even have to ask this question or even have an interview or a conversation about this kind of just goes to show you how far we've really gone from just the natural point of understanding basic biology, human biology, you know? Like, in my definition, right, what I believe to be what a woman is someone who's able to give birth to another being and has the two X chromosomes. That's what I was taught. That's what I would believe most of us were taught from an early age when it comes to the definition of what a woman is. You know, someone who's nurturing, caring, yada, 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 whatever. Now, let's get into this interview with Matt Walsh and Dr. Fozier. I'm not sure how to say her name.
My name is Michelle Forcier.
Oh, I fucked that up. Okay, so it's Dr. Forgier. Was that French? Whatever.
And I have a medical degree from University of Connecticut, residency, University of Utah Pediatrics, and I've worked for a number of different Planned Parenthoods for 20 years. I do advanced contraception and abortion as well as gender hormones and sort of looking at the whole sort of schema of gender, sex, and reproductive justice.
So you've done a lot of work in this field. Could you just start by telling us?
Sure.
At what age can a child first begin to transition into another gender or identify themselves as a gender different from how they were born?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's research and data that show that babies and infants understand differences in gender.
Well, wait, whoa. Babies?
朋友是一个坚韧不拔的纪录片，在香港这座城市的设置。
One second. You know you're a boy, okay? And one day you're gonna become a man. One day. Yeah. I'm not a doctor, but last time I checked, I don't even think babies know the concept of the idea that they even have a hint of what they are. They don't even know how to walk or feed themselves, bathe themselves, take care of themselves. But you want to sit here and make a claim and say that there's a study showing that babies and infants know that what their sex is? No, there's no. We starting off like this. Okay, I'm gonna let her finish though.
Some children figure out their gender really early, and the reason why we say, oh, that's interesting or important is because they're figuring out their gender identity is not necessarily congruent with their sex assigned at birth.
When the doctor sees the penis and says this is a male, has the sex of male, that's an arbitrary distinction.
Telling that family, based on that little penis, that your child is absolutely 100% male identified, no matter what else occurs in their life, that's not correct.
How the fuck where did she get her degree from? No, she studied her degree. She got it from where again? Ain't no fucking way. Oh, you gotta avoid this woman at all costs. Ain't no way. What? I think this is kind of where the problem is, personally. Let me just say for the record, I don't have anything against trans people or people who decide to go from male to female, female to male, whatever. That is a choice, and by all means, you have the choice to do that. But when it comes to enforcing education purposes to the young ones on what a male and female is, and you try to change the rule or the foundation that if a boy is born and he has a penis, then he is labeled male. But you're here to say that that is incorrect after millions of years millions of years of human population just being born after the other. This one's a male, this one's a female, this one's a male, this one's a female. You're finna sit here and just make a bold ass claim and say that that's not true? Where did you get your degree at? I don't agree. I disagree with your agree. No. But let's get into it.
So what does gender affirmation care? You're a
Wait, sorry, let me full screen it.
big proponent of. If we walk through, a child is sitting down with you, is questioning their gender. What's the gender affirmation process?
Affirmation means that as a pediatrician, as someone who says my job is to provide the best medical care for you, is I need to listen really carefully. And how I put it in words for kids so that they can understand it is, tell me your story. Where have you been in terms of your gender and your gender identity? Where are you right now? And more excitingly, where would you like to be in the future?
I'm sorry, but these are kids. Kids are impressionable. They don't know. They are constantly learning things about themselves. So if you were to sit here and try to arbitrarily say what's supposed to be, or what you consider to be the right thing as far as a male and female, you're gonna just confuse that child, because that person or that family didn't raise them to think that way. And you're trying to get that you're basing that based off from that kid. There's no telling what he can tell you anything one day, but then feel some way another day, because he's still developing, or she still is developing. The emotions are always going to be here and there, but you're trying to justify saying like, oh, well, the kids know exactly what they want. No, they don't. There's a reason why they can't drink and they can't do the things that adults can do, but you're giving them permission to do that? That makes no kind of sense whatsoever.
Future.
Have you ever met a 4-year-old who believes in Santa Claus?
Mm-hmm.
So this is someone who believes that a fat man is traveling through the sky on a flying reindeer at lightning speed, coming down his chimney with presents.
Yeah.
Would you say that this is someone who maybe has a tenuous grasp on reality?
They have an appropriate 4-year-old handle on the
Sure.
reality.
Agreed.
That's very real for them.
Agreed. But Santa Claus is real for them, but
Yeah.
Santa Claus is not actually real.
Yeah, well, but Santa Claus does deliver their Christmas presents.
Well, yeah, but he's not real, though.
To that child, they are.
Do you no, just say he's not real. And that's the problem. That it's like they're trying to make an argument about something that doesn't exist. That's where the fuckery really goes down. Ugh, look at that smile. That smile is ugh. That woman there is just not it. I don't know where she got her information, or where. There's no way. That smile is evil. Oh God. Anyways.
When I see a child who, believes in Santa Claus, and then let's say this is a boy and he says, I'm a girl.
Mm-hmm.
This is someone who can't distinguish between fantasy and reality. So how could you take that as a reality?
I would say that as a pediatrician and as a parent, I would say how wonderful my 4-year-old and their imagination is.
Male gametes. That's what makes me male.
No, your sperm don't make you male.
Then what does?
It's a constellation.
In reality.
What does that even mean? Constellation. Hey Siri. What does constellation mean?
Constellation means a group of stars forming a recognizable pattern that is traditionally named after its apparent form or identified with a mythological figure. Modern astronomers divide the sky into 88 constellations.
What the fuck does that got to do with it? There's got to be a different definition, but ain't no way. You're just throwing around big words.
Truth. Okay.
Whose truth are we talking about?
The same truth that says we're sitting in this room right now, you and I.
No, you're not listening.
If I see a chicken laying eggs and I say that's a female chicken laying eggs, did I assign female, or am I just observing a physical reality that's happening in the world?
Does a chicken have gender identity? Does a chicken cry?
Well,
Does a chicken commit suicide? Let's
What does that have to do
frame
with-
it, because you're trying
A chicken has sex like any
a chicken
biological
has
organism.
an assigned gender, but a chicken doesn't have a gender identity.
So we assign female to chickens when they lay eggs?
We assume they're female.
It's like you're arguing with a wall. It's like you're trying to fit this puzzle into this little piece. I got a triangular shape, and I find a triangular hole, and I'm trying to fit it inside that hole. But for some reason, this hole, right, keeps switching angles. I know it's the right hole, but it keeps switching angles. So I put it this way, but then it turns and goes the other way. And now it's like, oh, I got to readjust it that way. And then it turns again, and it's just like, oh, I got to go the other way. And that's what she's doing. It's like, that's the argument, like that.
Male if they lay eggs.
At what age does the medical transition begin with medication?
So medical affirmation begins when the patient says they're ready for it. So that could be a kiddo who is just starting puberty and panicking because they're getting breast buds or their penis is getting bigger and busier and they're worried about all kinds of masculine changes. And that way, puberty blockers, which are completely reversible and don't have permanent effects, are wonderful because we can put that pause on puberty. Just like if you were listening to music, you put the pause on and we stop the blockers and puberty would go right back to where it was. The next note in the song just delayed that period of time.
One of the drugs
Who is this woman? You're talking about stopping humans from developing their in the natural sense by stopping their puberty. That does not sound like there's going to be a healthy outcome. There's got to be consequences when it comes to that. But she's trying to make it seem like it's a good thing. Do you see the asinine backwards mindset that she has? But she's trying to draw this image. That is wild to me. That is some wild shit.
Used as Lupron, right? Which has actually been used to chemically castrate sex offenders.
You know what? I'm not sure that we should continue with this interview because it's
Hold on. I gotta rewind that. What did he ask her?
song just delayed that period of time.
One of the drugs used is Lupron, right? Which has actually been used to chemically castrate sex offenders.
You know what? I'm not sure that we should continue with this interview because
What? Now you just dodging the question? Lupron. What the fuck is that? I don't even know what that is. But she sure as hell know what it is, and she don't want to answer it. So why you avoid it?
it seems like it's going in a particular direction.
Well, you're a medical professional.
I am a medical professional.
So you don't want to talk about the drugs that you give to kids, or?
Again, I'm a physician and I use medication. You're choosing exploitive words. Drugs I give to kids.
I'm choosing a.
Oh my god! Now she's playing the fucking victim. You know what? This is why you can't win with these type of people, because they somehow find a way to turn it into a thing to where it's like as if you're going against them, and all you're doing is asking reasonable, logical questions, but they're gonna turn it into something else. Props to you, Matt, for keeping your patience with this woman. This is crazy.
Chemical
Word
castration.
that was in a dictionary.
That's not a correct term for puberty blocking.
I could look it up on my phone, but I'm pretty sure if I looked it up,
You can look it up on your phone.
It says medical definition: the administration of a drug to bring about a marked reduction in the body's production of androgens and especially testosterone.
And I'm saying, as a pediatrician who takes care of hundreds of these kids, when you use that terminology, you are being malignant and harmful.
I mean,
oh god, and there she goes again with that whole you're being harmful, or those words you're using, playing victim. When the questions go, when you get asked some real questions, then they play victim. This lady right here needs to take her fucking, I don't know where she got her degree from, but they need to send that back. Or maybe she got her online for free. Whatever the case is, that I do not want this woman anywhere, any woman like this, or anybody who has that type of mindset, that I do not want that person anywhere near my children, future children, or family, because this is just pure confusion, and they're just projecting that onto you and expecting you to just go along with it when they barely understand it themselves. That doesn't make any sense. None of this make any sense. But let's try to make it make sense. Let's go for it, Matt.
there are some who would say that giving chemical castration drugs to kids is malignant and harmful.
It's about the context of caring for a child and seeing the the suffering that kids can have that have not been in affirmative home situations.
So
That is subjective. So you're making it seem like as if, oh, because a kid doesn't, in which all kids naturally do when they get older, they start going through puberty, they start to learn about themselves and develop hormones, testosterones between the male and female. They're going to go through changes and going to start noticing things about themselves. But that is natural. That is what the parent is there for, to guide them and show them how to take care of themselves, and like say, hey, you're a woman now, or you're a man now, because this is happening now from a natural standpoint, which is how it's supposed to be. But with her, she's saying, oh no, well, we can block that and just you give them these medicals and these all these drugs and stuff like that, which she is saying. But then when Matt questions her about it, she's like, oh, well, I don't like the way you're saying it. Bitch, that's what it is that you're doing though. Okay.
we're going on this journey. Boys can be girls, girls can be boys, men can be women, women can be men. It makes me wonder, what is a woman?
What is a woman? A woman is someone who claims that as their identity. It could be many things to many people.
That was her answer. Well, a woman is anyone. And that was, by the way, not to give any spoilers away, but...
Hold on, Matt. You know what? Honestly, after all the things she's said and after the answer she's given, for her to say that doesn't really surprise me. Is that it for the interview? Because that was pretty short. I think that is. Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to hear her part. So I'm gonna just say this. Anything she said, I completely disagree with. And I think it's just gonna lead to a lot more confusion for the children because of their uncertainty when it comes to sex and gender. They're trying to make it seem as though those two are not in comparison, which I believe is not true. I believe there is a comparison. There's a reason why we have that there. If we don't have that foundation of what is a male and what is a female and everything, then everything is arbitrary. If we don't have that set in foundation, how can you explain, or how do we even go about our day-to-day lives when anybody can be whatever they want to be based on how they feel? That is a recipe for disaster. That's it for today's video. I just want to get my point of views on that. Y'all let me know if y'all see any other videos or anything like that similar to this topic, or anything like that, or anything in the similar to where you'd want me to dissect or give my opinion on. I'll see y'all in the next one. Till next time, y'all be easy.